Okay, Aloha A, let's look at a little way we can improve our position to attack from guard. Let's say Bill is a big heavy guy, and so he postures up, and now I'm having a rough time with how I'm going to get him back down or what I'm going to do or how long I'll even be able to maintain guard. He starts setting up, and I know inevitably this elbow is going to start driving in or a hand's going to go reaching back. So I know that's going to happen. I'm going to prep by catching his elbow here, behind, in between his elbow and my knee, all right? Then my other hand is going to strip the hand, like so, and then he's going to post. I'm going to rotate this hand toward him and make that part of my own belt, right? Now from this position, I can shift and snake off of his knee and over and over and over, and my goal, once he's at the point where he would think he would have elbow and belly, is when I'm gonna scoop that elbow. Once this elbow is scooped, this hand is free. I can use it to attack the collar, and then I can safely shift, okay? From this position now I have options. I can continue to hip out, push his knee straight, and now I can take the back. So that's one option. And then of course we can finish from there. That's option one. From this same setup, once I get the scoop, option two, I take him over, he posts, and I'm gonna catch that arm in an underhook and then sweep him over, and now I'm in mount from a very good attack position. I have the choke, I can attack the arm, all kinds of stuff. And I'm even in a high mount, which is good if he's bigger and heavier than you. All right? And then third, once I've set this up and we're here, now I use this attack, control the legs, and now once you have the hip control, the leg comes over and now you have the choke, or I'm gonna underhook the wrist here, flatten him out, and you have the arm bar, right? It's even conceptually possible from here to have the choke and the arm bar at the same time, all right? But usually this is a little bit easier. And we can turn this into an omoplata, and now we're in the fireman's calendar. Aloha.
Across like this.
Okay, so we're gonna have a look with a huge size difference. So 233 versus 115, that's a 2-to-1 ratio. So what I want you to see is how this works. If I'm here and I put all my weight here, when Jordan tries to pull me back into attack from guard, he's pulling that 233 into his belly, okay? So instead of that, he's gonna control my elbow, right? Then he's gonna strip the wrist, and he's gonna catch it, right? Now his goal is to get that hook. From this point, now that he has control of the one arm, he can use his hips to force me to post, then he can hip out, okay? From the hip out, he can reach for my lat, reach for my, yep. Yes, okay? Or, once he's in here, he can underhook my arm, and his right leg will sweep the leg, Johnny, and he'll end up in high mount, right? Or thirdly, when he's coming over, he attacks the collar, thumb down, starts his choke, hips out, the leg comes over, and that's how he can finish the choke. If that's not working for him, he'll extend more and underhook this arm, and now he can extend the arm bar, all right? So that's 3 different ways you can attack from guard utilizing this same principle of using a Russian tie concept to own that arm. Try it.
Here. Right? Here, like that. That, with that. That's what
All right, little detail that you might have trouble with in the very beginning is that if this guy is strong, he's never going to let me just take that arm. It's very difficult. So I got to kind of trick him. So once I get my body asymmetrically, so you got to be able to do this. Once I get my body asymmetrically, like I'm doing a side crunch, I'm using my knee to assist. So once I get the hand behind the tricep tendon, I'm going to use my knee to bump him up so that my other hand can curl behind his wrist, and I'll create a little pocket right here. And that allows me to strip this hand. Okay? Then I don't want to leave it here, because then now he has my hand as much as I have his, right? So, and he'll have this elbow pressure with all this weight into your sternum. That won't feel good. But that's okay. I'm going to move his arm like a windshield wiper so that it ends up being level with his elbow, and then I shove that down, right? Now, he's thinking about protecting his neck, right? Because suddenly that's open. But what I'm going to do now is bump his arm with a little bit of a hip lift. So I lift my abs up, and then I get this hook, and then he posts. And that's what helps set up for all three of our options. Once I have the one arm solid, then I'm safe to open the guard, pinch my knees, lower my foot, and start to shift my snake. Okay? And if I go far out, I can come up and grab lat to take his back, right? If I cinch in, I can come in underhook to catch that arm, right? Or I can extend his neck to come over for the choke, or to wing under for the arm bar. But all three of those depend on getting that initial setup, which from here, no one's just gonna give to you. You have to know how to unlock that door, right? So I knock on the door, right? Then I have to put my key in, and I have to unlock the door, and then I have to set up the entryway, and now I'm free to enter the building as I like. All right, so those are some little tips on the initial setup. Try that.
Here, yeah, right there. Lift.